إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل فقد فاز المتقون وأذكركم ونفسي بقول الله تبارك وتعالى يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With His divine support, we are among those who have been chosen to be alive, to live for a cause bigger than life itself, and that is to recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do His will. And we are living in a month when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to humanity their last chance of a teacher who came to show them the way, Muhammad alayhi salatu wa salam, who never told us anything about the month in which he was born. It was Rabi'ul Awwal or Ramadan or Rajab. It is a history that does not have any significance on knowing the date or the month, but all we need to know about it. What did the Prophet ﷺ do in the day he was born? It was Monday, and that is the only thing he taught us, what to do on Monday. When he was asked, why you are fasting on Monday? And he said, because I was born on Monday. And that is the only celebration he did. It was ibadah. In this month, we have our last chance to follow the way he left for us, clear during the day and during the night. Muhammad alayhi salatu wa salam. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على هذا النبي الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. And if violence has to mention its worst enemy, violence will say Muhammad is my worst enemy because he came with peace. As Muslims, doing our best to work together, the Lebanese Muslim Association is trying to keep us united in what we say and what we do. Came up with the idea, open our doors, the doors of the mosque, to the community, the wider community, at least once a year, so they can come in to see how the true Islam is practiced. Instead of giving them books to read about Islam, we should be the books of Islam. And when they see us, we can tell them, you can look at me and read Islam. We should be able to tell them, you want to live as a Muslim? Follow me. But don't dare to say that to any non-Muslim. What will you say? As a Muslim woman, for example, a nun who will come to you with her long robe, loose, non-see-through clothes, and her scarf on her head. She comes to a Muslim woman and asks her, I want to become a Muslim. What I have to do? Can I be like you? And if this Muslim woman is not dressing like her, the Muslim woman have to tell her, take off your hijab and your white clothes and display your hair and your beauty to any man who wants to see you, and go with the tight clothes outside. So in order for a nun to become a Muslim, she has to become like that. We say no. How come this is happening? Because we deviated from the path of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. And we celebrate him sometime, once a year, when we're supposed to renew our promise, when we say Muhammadur Rasulullah. But the only way to celebrate him and to express our love to him and happiness with his birth is to celebrate him every single day from the time we wake up. We say what he taught us to say. We do what he taught us to do and live our life the way he wants us to live it. That is the only way to celebrate the love of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. And the topic this time from the association say that let's talk about domestic violence. And the title they put for it is that Islam strives to promote peace and harmony in our world, our communities, our homes, and ourselves, our lives. And from that, we can see the levels of domestic violence. And I will deal with the big one today, which I mentioned first, to promote peace in our world, and then our communities, and then our homes, and then ourselves. To end the war inside us as individuals. Stop being rebellious devil towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to end the violence into two people who came together in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with a promise of love and compassion. And to stop the violence as a community, rejecting one another because of the little differences. We have accepted differences in birds with their colors. We have accepted differences in dogs. This is a German Shepherd. This is a Bulldog. This is and so on. With the differences, no problem. And we have rejected differences in human beings. What went wrong? Because we deviated from the path of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, who came with peace and peace only. What do you mean? There is no fighting in Islam? If there is no fighting in Islam, why the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam told us the rules of engagement? When can you fight somebody, and who can you fight, and how to? This is a nature. Another big topic. But the nature and the origin of human beings to one another is peace. Fighting is a necessary evil, but not good. But sometimes it is to bring peace. And every nation fights to survive. Everything that exists fights to survive. But violence is not accepted even in war, even when fighting is going on. So let us start then with the domestic violence in the big scale in our world. It's supposed not to be there. But right from the beginning, what causes violence? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the very early beginning of the human family, the first time violence took place It was between two brothers. Habil, the one who was killed, and Qabil, the one who killed. Based on what? Jealousy. It is again me and myself and only me. When we live in ourselves and only for ourselves, we will not respect other people's lives. So jealousy led to domestic violence, and a brother killed a brother. وَاتْلُ عَلَيْهِمْ نَبَأَ ابْنَيْ آدَمَ بِالْحَقِّ إِذْ قَرَّبَا قُرْبَانًا فَتُقُبِّلَ مِنْ أَحَدِهِمَا وَلَمْ يُتَقَبَّلْ مِنَ الْآخَرِ قال لأقتلنك قال إنما يتقبل الله من المتقين. And the story went on. In the end, he killed his brother to win something out of jealousy. And how come the Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam have to go through this? Seeing your own children fighting one another. Again, jealousy. And Yusuf alayhi salam had to live in bondage for 40 years away from home because of domestic violence. Why domestic? Because it is coming from someone who you never expect to turn into your enemy. Someone who you are waiting love from them, they'll turn the other way around to hate you. And the stronger you love, the greater you hate when you are turned. It is the same emotion, but going the opposite direction. It happened between Yusuf alayhi salam and his own brothers. Domestic violence. And we go on. The Prophet Isa alayhi salam was betrayed, not from outsider, but from one of his 12 disciples. But he still called him his disciple. The way the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam never allowed the Sahaba to outcast the munafiqun, leave them in, but be careful. But who caused most of the suffering of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam and the Sahaba? Domestic violence from people from amongst the so-called Sahaba. Domestic violence led to the death of Uthman bin Affan, Ali bin Abi Talib, Al-Hussein, radiallahu anhu. Domestic violence in the big scale. And we can keep on going, but تِلْكَ أُمَّةٌ قَدْ خَلَتْ لَهَا مَا كَسَبَتْ وَلَكُمْ مَا كَسَبْتُمْ وَلَا تُسْأَلُونَ عَمَّا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. Those nations have gone. They will face what they have done, and you will not be asked about what they have done. You will be asked about what you are doing. So it's the best then, let's go home and deal with our own problems. Domestic violence in this world. There was a time when the world, under a leadership, watched the Bosnian Muslims slaughtered, burned alive, buried alive, raped, genocide, and it went on. And the Serbs are Christians. But nobody's ever said the radical Christians, the terrorist Christians. Why? Because the victims were Muslims. Crime is crime only when it is done to a non-Muslim. But to a Muslim, it is not. Silence. And the Muslims have to suffer in their silence. Domestic violence. And nobody cried. Here we are at home here. When someone mental did something that shook the whole nation, and our leader said, the radical Islam, back to Islam again, after the imams everywhere in this nation, day and night, standing together to say no to any evil from anybody. And instead of fix the mistake that happened, our leader is making it worse by saying some have chosen to publicly boycott this meeting, continuing a path of denial will only cause their communities to go down and make them less safe and more vulnerable. I don't feel less safe and I don't feel vulnerable because I trust my community. And dear Prime Minister, government is formed to preserve the right to life, the right to liberty, and the right to pursuit of happiness. Government means justice and public order. There were no justice in these words, no justice and no order in the reaction of the public. As a leader, we should know how to talk. We should talk to build, not to knock down. And no one has the right to tolerate views that will separate us into camps. We are singing every day, Australian or let us rejoice. And as a Muslim community, we want to be part of that rejoice. And we can expect anyone from the street to say words that will divide us, but not from the leadership that we love and we trust, and we do everything to have a one name, Australian people. But words like that, it does not make things better, but make it worse. It's happening every day. In families of Australia, at least for every week, there is a domestic violence and a woman is killed by a husband or a partner. And we have never seen outside that. A radical Christian killed his wife and the bishops have failed, or the priest, or the pope. We never heard that. All of a sudden, the imams have failed. Who failed them, and what did they fail to do? We all fail in life, but the real failure is when we start to blame somebody else. Since when the imams were given authority to run after criminals and killers? Somebody is responsible for that. And it's very easy to blame somebody else. This is domestic violence. For a community to hear this from their leader. Why did you put all the Muslims in one basket, but you never do that to the Christians, to the Jews, to the Hindus, to the Buddhists, while everybody is committing crime, including killing, and we know this person is mental. It happened 3 years ago, or 4 years, from our own community. A Muslim man killed his wife. And we never see in the paper a Muslim radical. No, because the victim was a Muslim as well. I believe we should grow and we should say words that will bring the nations together. We don't want wound after wound after wound. The heroes today are those who can say words that unify the community. Otherwise, this is domestic violence, which is against Islam. Truly, we are suffering as a community, and we need to see the cause of that. Plus, using that as a platform to separate the imams again, who are doing their best to be united. So who came to the meeting is good, and those who came, they are putting that community down. They are not. They just want to think is it worthy to talk to some people when they are not ready to say the right words? It is only an art of fighting. Sometimes, even the one who will win in the fight, in the boxing, they go backward because that is the right thing to do. Just like talking, sometimes you talk more powerful if you keep quiet. And when you're supposed to be quiet, then you talk, you lose. And Islam is the religion against violence. Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam was born in a very violent society, and he tamed them all, and he taught them by practice how to live together as Muslims, Jews, Christians, and pagans in Medina, and hypocrites. And everybody was a safe citizen under the authority of Islam. No one will be harmed because they have different beliefs, because we are family. And domestic violence is illegal in Islam. And a Muslim will believe it only when you don't have the source of peace inside you. You will dare to hurt somebody. Muslims have been told to practice a training, a divine training that came to exist after a meeting between the creator of the universe and his most beloved one, Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, when he was invited all the way to go up there to see the king himself, to come back with the amana, the best gift for humanity, and that is salat. But if we don't pray, we may become violent, because the spiritual training will go away from our life. And the problems of life will be heavy on us, and then we go home and take it out on our children or on our wives, once their innocence. So if we pray, we will learn. There is a reason that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forced us with our willingly believing system to look with on your left and your right, behind and the front, and set peace with them, because we are family. And a place like that is a training camp for that purpose. We pray together for that purpose. So we learn we are not the only one who is looking for happiness. Everybody will come to this place looking for that. If we learn Salah properly, we will never think of domestic violence. On this level, we have a lot to say. And if time allows us, inshallah, while we are learning about the mercy of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, from the day he was born, we can learn how to bring peace and use it to replace war and violence. How to bring love and use it to replace hate and racism. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us His divine support and extend our life. We will justify why we want to live more, because we recognize our past was not good enough, and we have a hope to have a better future from now on, and learn how to be peacemakers. When the Prophet Isa alayhi salatu wasalam said, Tuba li sani'i as-salam fahum abna'u Allah haqiqatan. Good news to the peacemakers. They are the true children of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which means the true believers and true servants. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'an al-Hakim. وجعلنا وإياكم من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. عباد الله قال تعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Dear Muslims, to summarize, we just want to learn how to be human beings, and we have only one chance to do so. And we have only one person or one people to witness that we have been good. It is a community, it is our wives, our children. What type of fathers I will tell Allah we used to be? What type of husband? What type of wives? They will tell Allah. We have one chance to bring that into existence, and every day we live, we make a new intention. Oh Muhammad, peace be upon you, I want to be like you as a teacher, I want to be like you as a husband, as a father, as a neighbor, as a politician whose aim was to set peace between Allah and mankind. Because what is politics? Politics is the art of managing the nation's affairs in a way that please Allah and serve humanity. So any government that protects people from evil, defend them from injustice, it should be called good politicians. Otherwise, it should not be called politicians, if you know what politics means. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from these young people, somebody inshallah will be in the Parliament House to show the true politics of a real human being from the family of Islam to this nation. And there are some already trying, but they don't have voice, and the world don't want to listen to them because these truths coming from a Muslim. And we want to silence them and talk on their behalf and put our own words in their mouth. Injustice and domestic violence. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اجعلنا من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. اللهم أحسن ختامنا وأخرجنا من الدنيا مسلمين. اللهم انتصر للمستضعفين في كل مكان وعليك بالطغاة الظالمين فإنهم لا يعجزونك يا حي يا قيوم. اللهم أحسن ختامنا وأخرجنا من الدنيا مسلمين وأقم الصلاة.